Hey everybody, how you guys doing out there today? Hope everybody is staying healthy and safe. Well, I had an idea for a video today. I have a few shoes in my collection that actually now, looking back on, I kind of regret buying. As my collection is starting to grow now, the biggest limiting factor is I'm starting to run out of space, and I'm trying to be more selective with what I buy, whereas maybe like 2 years ago, I would fall into what they call the Jordan trap, and basically anything that came out, I would try to pick up. But I do have a few here that, like I said, looking back now, I kind of regret. So why don't we go and take a look here? I have four on the list. So number 4 on the list is the Air Jordan 5 in the Eleni colorway, or as I like to call it, the Captain Recycling shoe, because it reminds me of our recycling bin that we have. But anyway, this is definitely one that I fell into the Jordan trap with. The day that this released online, my size sold out really quickly, and my wife and I ended up going to the mall that day, and when we got to some of the sneaker stores, they were selling out. So when I got back home, I actually saw that they did a restock, and I ended up picking up a pair of these online. Looking back now, I probably should have just let it go. If most of you've seen what I have in my collection, 90% of my shoes are in original colorways and in shoes that Michael Jordan actually played in, and this is not one of those. Now, I will say that when this shoe came out, I really thought it was a cool shoe. I'm really not into flashy colors, but I really thought the blue on this shoe was really nice. And there are some things on this shoe that I think are really unique and that I really like. For instance, on the tongue, you'll see here that the Jumpman is actually in a material that they would use on a varsity jacket in high school, which I thought was pretty cool. Also on the inside of the shoe here, you'll see that it has, might be kind of hard to see, but you'll see that it has like 23 on there, and it has like these blue and yellow lines. And then of course on the side here we have the 23 stitch. It also has the cement along the sole here, which I thought was kind of a nice touch. But like I said, I thought this was a really cool shoe. However, looking back now, when I got it last year in 2019, I've only probably worn this shoe maybe 4 times. I've actually recently started wearing this shoe to do what I call old man cardio, which is going out into the driveway and shooting hoops, for like half an hour or so. So that's basically what this shoe has been put down to. So number 4 on my list is the Air Jordan 5 in the Eleni colorway. Number 3 on my list is actually a shoe that I really honestly think is amazing. It's the Air Jordan 4 in the Motorsport colorway. This shoe released in 2017, and at that time I decided not to pick this up when it came out. About a year later, though, I started seeing pictures of it and people wearing it, and I thought, man, I should have got that. So I ended up going on to eBay and picking this shoe up. I ended up getting a really good deal, too. I got this shoe for, I think, about $60 under retail. And the other thing, too, is I wanted this shoe so badly that I actually went up a size to a size 15 because I couldn't find a size 14 that was a reasonable price. So that's how bad I wanted this. Now, after saying that, 2 years later, I probably have only worn this shoe maybe 5, 6, 7 times in 2 years. I think this shoe is amazing. I'm a big Jordan 4 fan. I think the colors on here are incredible. I've always been a fan of black and royal blue. Like I said, I think this shoe is amazing, but I just don't wear it that much. And as you can see by the sole here, this is a 2-year-old shoe, and it's barely got any dirt on it. Like I said, I love this shoe. I think it's great. I just don't wear it. When this shoe came out in 2017, I think it was fairly sought after. Now, 3 years later in 2020, it's not. You can pick up this pair on eBay for, I think, like $130. It's not that much. So, again, this is another shoe I put on the list. This is my number 3, the Air Jordan 4 in the Motorsport colorway. So number 2 on my list, people might think, why do you have that? But it is one I kind of regret. It is the Jordan 11 in the Space Jam colorway. Now, this shoe was released in 2016, and I believe sold out rather quickly. This shoe has been retroed 3 times, and every time it gets retroed, it sells out. Michael Jordan actually wore this shoe, or this colorway, I think it was the 95-96 playoffs, and this was also featured in the movie Space Jam, which is why they call it that. But the reason why I regret it is because, not that I don't like the shoe, I think it's amazing, but I just don't wear it enough. Especially now too, over Christmas I picked up the bread version of this shoe, and I find that I wear that one more because that sole is red, and the sole on this shoe is the icy blue bottom one. And as you can see here, I've only worn this shoe, again, maybe 6-7 times, and I've had this since 2018. And the sole is just, on the clear bottoms gets trashed. But again, I think this is a really amazing shoe. I've always been a fan of the Jordan 11. And this shoe has some really cool things to it, some cool hints. Like on the back here, the Jumpman is in a purple color, which I believe they call Orbit. And have the 45 on the back for when he came back from his retirement. Like I said, I think this shoe is really amazing. It's just one that, looking back now, the money that I spent on this, even though I got a pretty decent deal, I think I only paid about maybe $50 more than it retailed for. I could have used that money for something else to add to my collection. So number 2 on my list is the Retro 11 Space Jam. So the number 1 shoe on my list, and this shoe I actually love, is the Air Jordan 6 in the Carmine colorway. I love this shoe. I have a personal attachment to this shoe. I think I told the story before, and I'll make it quick, but back in 1991, when I was 14 years old, the Air Jordan 6 is the first shoe that I ever bought with my own money. So I actually put the black infrared version of this shoe on layaway, which most of you probably don't know what that is. But I put that shoe on layaway, and the day that I had enough money to get it off layaway, they released this shoe. So I was basically in the store, deciding between should I get the black infrared that I wanted or should I get the Carmine. Well, I ended up going with the black infrared, which I think a couple months later I probably regretted. But I love this shoe. I was hunting for this shoe for a long time on eBay, and I finally found it this year in January, and I picked it up. This was a dead stock pair, never worn. When I actually got the shoe, both shoes were covered in plastic, so they were never worn. This was released in 2014, so there is a little bit of yellowing on the soles, like around the edges here, the corners, but that's pretty much it. The shoe was in immaculate condition. The only reason why I regret buying this is about 2 weeks after I picked this up, we got word that next year in 2021, they are going to be re-releasing the Carmine with the Nike Air on the back. And as everybody knows, everybody wants the Nike Air on the back because that's just how the originals looked. And I personally want the Nike Air on the back as well. So even though I picked this shoe up, and I love this shoe, and I actually have worn this shoe probably at least 5 times this year, next year I probably still will be picking up the one with the Nike Air on the back because that's the OG look and that's what everybody wants. So like I said, the only reason why I regret this shoe is because in 2021 they're bringing out the one with the Nike Air on the back. That's it. So number 1 on my list is the Air Jordan 6 in the Carmine colorway. Well, that's my list of shoes that I kind of regret in my collection. Let me know in the comments section. Is there any shoes in your collection that you regret? I'm curious. Anyway, I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you like the channel and like some of the videos here, please subscribe. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Again, I hope everybody out there is staying safe and healthy. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Again, thank you very much for watching, and take care. See you guys later. Bye.